Hello, this is Scrapping Amy with Well Mummy Scrapping, and welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video or go live, which I do every week on YouTube. Today I am participating in Let's Get Messy Wednesday with Tisa, Becky, and Dollie, and I have links to their videos down below, so be sure to check them out when you're done with this. Today I am scrapbooking a picture that my daughter drew for me of the goddess Artemis. She is learning about Greek history in school right now and is just enamored with gods and goddesses and is reading all about them. So she drew me a picture of this one. You just saw real fast there the background paper I'm using, which is Paige Evans' Horizon collection, and I just covered it with a clear gesso. My plan is to go and use some Nouveau Glacier paste later on after the gesso dries. Now, I did not cover the entire back with the clear gesso, and I regret that decision because you'll see in the close-up shots at the end, I ended up with some paper curling because of how I ended up doing this, but overall it's going to go into a page protector, so I'm really not that worried. Right now I'm just coming up with some of my paper layers. I have no real big idea for this aside from using up a lot of my scraps, and I have quite a bit. I always keep my scraps for collections I particularly like and have a lot left of in a one of those crupper hopper, I guess it's not crupper hopper anymore, what is it, Storage Studios, they're paper files, so that way I go and actually use the scraps that go with the collection when I have it. So I'm trying to figure out how to use some of these smaller pieces. I don't end up using all of them. Those green ones I tried to fit in because I've pulled some green embellishments with this collection that go, but I end up just not being able to figure out exactly how to make it work. I'm trying again though. You can't say that I don't work hard on getting this done. So I have this really large scrap left. I love this paper. I wish I'd been able to use the map side of it, but I don't think I ever figured out a way to include the map portion of it with the layout I used last time with it and now this one. But I love that pretty periwinkle blue color. So pretty. I'm inking everything with the Tim Holtz Distress ink in Black Soot, which is like my go-to ink for anything. Oh, it has been a long time since I've been able to participate in Let's Get Messy Wednesday, so I am so happy to be back here and doing this. Now I'm trying to see if my gesso here is dry. It mostly is, and you know, I'm not going to let mostly stop me from doing anything. So I haven't put the drawing and those smaller layers up against the periwinkle one yet, like to glue it down, and that's because I want to use that periwinkle layer to really check to make sure that I have the glacier paste where you can see it, because I've done layouts where I put glacier paste on it and then you can't see the glacier paste because I'm covering it up with my photo. And this glacier paste, I love it. If you have not tried it, it is amazing stuff. But it has a lot of mica in it. So because of that, the mica gets everywhere. Cleaning up is frustrating sometimes. So that's why I didn't want to get mica on the actual drawing. And it ended up going to the very edge of the paper, which was not my original plan, which is why I did not put the gesso all the way to the edge of the paper. So I kind of regret that. I learned from that mistake, and another layout where that wasn't the plan, I still gessoed to the edge, which was quite helpful. So I'm using the art glitter glue, which I love so much, to put down the chipboard, since chipboard does not ever really like to stick. And the title ends up being Adventures in Art. My daughter is starting to really enjoy drawing, which is wonderful. That's something that my husband does a lot of, or used to. And so it's nice to see those talents that he has come out in her. Pulling some of my foam tape to put that little globe up on some dimension. I just felt like it needed some height over there. I didn't want everything to lay so flat. Then I had this journaling flower. Well, at least I would have used it for journaling, except I cut it, decided to split it apart. The one I use at the bottom, you end up being able to see hardly any of it by the time I'm done, but it peeks out just enough that I think it still works. This one, heart, says favorite place. And while it seems a little out of place, it works because, I mean, I enjoy being with my daughter. So my favorite place is with her while she's having fun. I pulled out some other foam dots so I could have some different heights of dimension. So that vase of flowers is up higher. I eventually put that pink heart you see on the right will go on the lower foam so that I can layer things a little better. That little green box is from the Horizon sticker sheet. And it was a speech bubble. I cut the little tail off because I really don't like speech bubbles usually. What else was I saying there? Oh, what it says create what you love and then love what you create. It has the word love there only once though. And then I also pulled from that sticker book the pretty rose gold heart strip that's layered right on top of the drawing. I am including a tag in here. It's not my thing, but I felt like it needed something else going off the side since I had things going off the side on the left. And I just added that rose gold sticker that says create. And there's that tag. So that way I've got stuff going off both sides onto the light blue background with the glacier paste. I went ahead and decided to try and pull out these little 2x2 cards that came with the Horizon collection. Or no, excuse me, these came with Whimsical, actually. But the colors work, so I wanted to use them. So that one says Dream, Believe, Create, and the top book says Craft a Life You Love, which is kind of what I want to tell my daughter. And then this one has a lot of different crafty supplies. It didn't fit the whole way, so I cut it in half and then turned part of it sideways, which if you look closely enough, you can see that it's sideways, like the heart's sideways and the butterflies are sideways. But again, I wanted something that went off the side over there, and I wanted another square element since I had square elements in the other two spots. That green heart went on a really tall dot, so that way it's layered over the globe, again adding some different dimension. All right, and now I'm trying to decide what it is missing. I decide I need to put the date in. I don't know the exact date, so I just put November 2019, and in the day of the week spot, I put the heart. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what color of glacier paste that I used. I used Frostbite, which is a really pretty blue. And for Nuvo drops, I used their Jewel drops in Sea Breeze, which is blue, Key Lime, which is green, and Pale Periwinkle, which is purple. Close-up shots are coming up next. Please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a lovely day. Bye!